Y'all, let me tell you something right now. Martell Holt just pulled one of the most confusing, emotional, and downright messy moves we've seen in a long time. And that's saying something coming from a man who's made chaos his personal brand. Picture this. He's inside a furniture store supposedly shopping for an investment property, right? Nothing dramatic, nothing too deep. But instead of walking out with a couch, he walked out exposed, talking bare-chested truth. No filter, no finesse. That man cracked open his chest and let all the messy feelings spill out right there next. To the ottomans and coffee tables. And here's the kicker. He wasn't alone. He had Destiny Payton right beside him. And if you know anything about Destiny, you know she don't play. She clocked him instantly. Martell starts casually mentioning that he's looking at rings for Aaron Curry like that's just a regular Tuesday errand. But Destiny being Destiny hit the brakes quick. She asked the question. We were all screaming at our TVs, you buying rings, but still talking about how fresh your divorce feels. Make it make sense, Martell. It was in that moment that everything started to unravel because Martell didn't defend himself. He didn't even try. He hesitated. He looked down. You could see the war going on in his head. This man might be physically present with Aaron, but emotionally, he's parked outside Melody's house every night. In his mind, at least, the truth just spilled out of him like a leaky faucet. And Destiny stood there like the emotional plumber trying to tighten the bolts, but knowing this pipe been rusted for years now, let's not get it twisted. Martell tried to salvage the moment. He hit us with the usual script. Aryan respects him. She cooks. She supports him. She's wife material. But here's the thing, it didn't land. Not this time. Because in the same breath, he's talking about how every time he sees his kids, he's reminded of Melody, how the divorce still stings. And that ain't just nostalgia talking. That's a man who hasn't healed. That's a man who's still standing in the ruins of what he destroyed, trying to convince everyone he's moved into a mansion. The internet wasted no time. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, every platform lit up like it was New Year's Eve. Fans dragged Martell from one end of the timeline to the other. One tweet said, "You don't miss Melody. You miss the comfort she gave you." Another read, "Aryan is just renting space in your life. Emily was the homeowner, and that's what it feels like. Aryan is the placeholder." The Band-Aid Martell slapped on a wound that's still bleeding. And Melody, whew, she didn't even have to say much. Sis just posted a rooftop pic looking like peace in human form with a caption that read, "Healing never looks so good." No tags, no subs, just that glow that only comes when you've leveled up and left the mess behind. Meanwhile, Martell stayed. Real quiet, a few moody selfies and no explanations. Just this heavy silence that screamed, "I messed up." Behind the scenes, though, that's where it gets even messier. Word is, Martell has been confiding in production crew members, saying he never really thought Melody would leave for good, that he believed she'd always be there, waiting in the wings, ready to forgive. But when she packed her piece and walked out for real, it hit him harder than he expected. It's like reality just now started setting in for him. And while Melody is out here thriving, skincare deals, speaking gigs, the whole nine, Martell is reportedly bouncing between brand deals and reality show checks just to keep up. He ain't living, he's surviving, and it's showing. Aryan didn't see it coming. Word on the street is she found out about Martell's emotional slip the same way the rest of us did, watching it unfold on TV. Imagine thinking your man is solidly planning a future with you only to hear him stumble through his feelings about his ex-wife on national television. Sources say she was livid, screaming, crying, threatening to pack up and leave. But let's be real. We've seen this loop before. She threatens to dip. Martell sweet talks her back into the fold, and the cycle spins right back around. But this time, the damage felt different. Public embarrassment hits harder than private drama. Martell didn't just express confusion, he practically admitted to emotional limbo. And for Aryan, who's already been labeled the side chick, the rebound, and now the placeholder, This was salt in every single wound. People online dragged her, too. One comment read, "Sis out here posting wife vibes while dude's crying over his ex. Tragic." Another said, "Martell's still living in Melody's shadow, and Aryan just holding the flashlight." Meanwhile, Martell's silence after the episode aired didn't help. No clarification, no defense, not even a half-hearted explanation to calm the storm. It's just more of those carefully curated Instagram photos, the ones where he's smiling on the outside but looking completely hollow in the eyes. Even his supporters started turning on him. Folks who used to ride for Martell were suddenly calling him out, saying he's lost, selfish, and still emotionally immature. And don't even get started on Melody's supporters. They were loud, proud, and vindicated because they've been saying this for years, that Martell didn't appreciate her, didn't respect her, and would only recognize her worth once she was out of reach. And here he is, finally admitting he's not over her years after the divorce, standing in front of his friend like a confused man-child who just realized he let the best thing in his life slip away. Some even pointed out how Martell has been showing up alone to events he once bragged about attending with Aryan. Red carpets, speaking panels, even small community fundraisers. He comes, poses, smiles, and leaves. Oh wow! Sources close to production say that when the cameras stop rolling, his whole energy shifts. No more charm, no more performance. It's just a man lost in thought, stuck in a loop he doesn't know how to exit. And here's what's really wild. Martell allegedly reached out to Melody again. Not a bold text, not a DM, through a mutual friend, said he just wanted to talk. Melody, she didn't fall for it. She made it clear boundaries are in place. She's not entertaining recycled energy. Not after all the lies, the cheating, and the public humiliation. Melody is in her self-love era, and she's not opening the door just because Martell is finally realizing what he lost. What makes it all even messier is how Martell tried to justify it, saying Aryan checks all the right boxes. That she supports him, believes in him, makes him feel like a king. But that's the thing. Melody didn't just gas him up. She challenged him. She didn't just serve love on a silver platter. She made him earn it. And that's what's missing now. He's surrounded by comfort, but he's starving for connection. It's like he traded in a 5-course meal for fast food. Easy, quick, and temporary. The streets know the difference, and they're not letting him forget it. Every time he posts, the comments fill up with reminders. You fumbled a queen. Healing looks better on her. And the coldest of all, you're not building a new life. You're just playing house. Martell keeps pretending like he's in control, but the cracks are showing more than ever. People around him say he's stuck emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. One minute he's out here flashing smiles like everything's fine. The next he's spiraling into silence, avoiding real conversations and dodging anyone who dares bring up Melody's name. The man's not over it.